Listen, 2 weeks ago, I was hosting a Q&A at Capitol Jazz Fest, and Louie Vega was the man on the stage.
I
And
totally forgot.
every New York, everybody wanted to talk about BeBe and this relationship that you have with Louie Vega and this collaboration that y'all been doing for years. I would like you to just tell me about your first meeting with Louie and what the
Oh,
magic
I'm
that was.
telling you the truth. It's hilarious to me. I forget how we met, but when we met, he asked if he could. He had mixed the song "Thank You,"
Mm.
and Luther was like a brother to me, and so I helped him get Luther to come on and do a thing on his CD as well. But Luther did a lot of the background for me and CeCe. I mean, I can name you 5 or 6 songs that Luther.
I'm sorry, Luther who?
Luther Vandross.
Okay,
I
because
love you answer that question.
Vandross. I mean, searching for love. So searching for love.
Yeah.
Anyone found it? Searching for Luther.
oh my God, he was the background vocal king.
That's
Yeah.
Luther. His arrangement and him and his singers. He's a whole nother. I have to come back.
It's a book. It's another book.
So Louie Vega, we did the song. The song started really generating a lot in the house, and so he calls me. I think this is when Louie and I became friends. He called me and said, "BeBe, can you please come and sing it live at the shelter?" Now I don't know what the shelter was.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I can't wait for this story.
I said, "Louie, yes." So I said yes because I love people. I had no idea what was going on. So
Your king pivot.
So my singers came with me, and when we got to New York, Louie calls and said, "Hey, man, I'm excited. So we'll pick you up like at 4." Now it was
1 a.m.
1 o'clock. Quest, I stumble when I even talk about it now, years ago. So it was like 1 p.m. I said, "You gonna pick us up? Oh, in 3 hours? Okay, we'll be ready." He said, No, BeBe, we'll pick you up at 4 a.m. I said,
Oh
whoa.
no.
Four, you picking us up at 4 a.m.
Well, what time we go on?
Time am I thinking? He said, "Oh, you'll see between 4:45 and 5." I said, What are you talking about?
Boy, what
are you talking about? I would have
Where?
never said I've never sung at 4:30. What are you talking? People are up.
Quite seriously.
It was like I'm thrown. When we went to that place, first of all, we trying to stay up was the hardest thing in my life. So he picks us up. We go to the shelter. I've never seen so many people in my life. And I'm like, are these vampires?
Mm-hmm.
And then we sang the song. I'm telling you, I've seen audiences that is waiting to hear their song.
Yes.
Never saw an audience like this before. They knew every lick, every line, they knew every pause. And they were celebrating like I never saw people celebrate like this before. It blew my mind. And so after that, Louie was like, "BeBe, you got to go with me." I said, no. BeBe.
One and done.
BeBe gonna give you. I said, because I love you, I'm going to give you 3 more. So I remember I did one in Miami. I did one in London. And then so he calls me. I said, "Louie, don't even call me." But when I say I have a love for him and for his talent and Anna and all of them, that's my brother.
Now, those records, and y'all have changed, like y'all are changing house and gospel at the second, and now his other records with the Clock Sisters and the your brothers.
Yes.
And now I look at the Pharrell song, the Joy Joint. I'm like, this is just the baby of like what y'all.
You know what? To me, it's only right, only because historically speaking, I mean, you're from Detroit, and the world doesn't know. Like, I know the world thinks like Motown.
Right.
There's great jazz that comes out of Detroit, but the world really doesn't know that the role that Detroit has played in electronic music And there's this whole, Chicago versus Detroit thing.
Yeah.
But to me, it makes all the sense in the world that this pairing happened. And the fact that you did it in the second best nightclub in world history. Of course, the Shelter will even say that their modus operandi was sort of that of what Paradise Garage represented in the early 80s. But yeah, the fact that, to me, gospel flavored house music is one of the most spiritual experiences that one could watch at.
It's so spirit. Yes, Ahmir. It's in your body. It do something to your insides.
Well, because you gotta make a joyful noise, and you also have to move. And as African people, we move.
And that's the thing. So I did the picnic. Louie will call and say, BeBe, it's not for me. It's like, well, who is it for?
Before your no comes.
Yeah, they call him to get me. And I was like, Louie, will you stop calling me? So I did the picnic in Chicago. It was like
a house picnic.
Oh my,
that's important. God. It's important. It's important.
Oh my stars.
What was that like?
It was unbelievable. I'm serious. When the music start, it's just, it goes through. There's such an appreciation for their music that they have that I don't think any other genre has.
I think that's true. I learned that.
I still maintain that gospel music belongs in the clubs. I'm sorry.
Everywhere. I believe it belongs everywhere. And so as a songwriter, you learn over the years, if you've written something that's mediocre, you've written so this song now that's out, the word scared is not the thing, but I'm like, I anticipate where it's going to go. I think it has the legs to go everywhere that the other songs that I've written that's crossed lines will do. And so I'm excited about
it. Makes sense.
About that. Yeah. And so
it makes sense.
So, I'm in a great space, but again, it's not just for me. I grow in these spaces, but I know it's also for some that are coming through this way as well.